questions I was asked is, how do I know that my man can do the do? Like, how do I know my man is capable in the other room when I'm trying to abstain from sex? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old, welcome back. So today we're gonna be discussing relationship questions. So I put it out on social media. If you have relationship questions, you should drop your questions. I will talk about it. So this is like the discussing relationship, the second part of answering relationship questions. So today I'm gonna be answering relationship questions that were asked from social medias and all. The first question is from a guy. His name is Dari. Let me read it out to you guys. Why do ladies feel acting moody or giving attitude makes relationship more interesting? I mean, nothing happened, no fight. You just want in begging you. So initially when I got that question, I just smiled because this is like one interesting questions. This is that one thing men do like to like speak up or talk about. It depends on what you have done at that particular time, at that particular point. You may think, oh, she should overlook it, or it's not worth doing, it's not worth taking up, it's not worth something your woman should actually talk about or something. Okay, let's imagine you promised to call her, but you've been busy. She knows you've been busy, but the fact that you promised to call her at a particular point or check up on her throughout the day and you didn't, she just feel like, okay, if I let this go, if I don't say anything at this particular point, this guy will actually take me for granted. And she doesn't want you to take you for granted. She doesn't want you to take her for granted. So when a lady is acting moody or giving you mood swings or anything, there's always a fight there's always something she's fighting. There's always a fight that motivates that. So it depends. It varies from women to women. There are some women, it's a cold word they give you. There are some women just mood swings, and there are some people, they nag. Nagging is, oh goodness. You can't win it. Ladies, you cannot win a battle by nagging. Stop nagging. Nagging gives high blood pressure. When your woman is acting moody or have a mood swing or something, there's always something. It's not like she just wake up in the morning and just like, oh, let me just have mood swing, or oh, let me just act this way towards this guy, oh, let me just give this guy this, let me just switch my moods. No, it's not like that. Something that actually happened at that particular point that you had actually have it in mind that she should overlook, but she feels like, oh, if I overlook this, if I don't talk about this now, this will become a bigger problem that I won't be able to control. So she just feel like, oh, this needs to be corrected, and she feels the best way of correcting is by making you feel bad about it, so that next time you won't do that particular thing. So that is that for that. Let's shoot to the next question. Is a very, very interesting one. It's from Ife. I want you to talk about your view on a relationship with different religion, Christian and Muslim. I was like, what kind of relationship are we talking about, and what is the aim of this relationship? And she replied, she was like, it's just a relationship, it's just dating. And they might eventually get things serious and decide to take it to the next step. So first thing I would say is, do not date someone that you don't have a mind of getting married to. Do not even go into a relationship with someone you don't see yourself getting married to, because devil has a way of changing, like wanting to change our purpose, wanting to change the reason why God had created us, wanting to delay our achievements, wanting to delay putting things on the way to obstruct us from getting to the things which God had created us to do. So why would you want to even go in such direction, in such ways? Because, oh, I just want to date this guy because I'm single now, let me just change my relationship status to dating because of you not wanting to be single at a particular point, or you wanting to change your relationship. You wanting to change your relationship status, you get yourself involved in things you shouldn't because you just want to date this guy. Oh, let me just chop his money small and leave him. All these things, if you don't see yourself getting married to this particular person, do not even in the first place go into the relationship with the person. So now getting back to dating someone that is not of your religion. First thing I would say is dating someone that is not of the same religion with you, of the same belief with you. There are different things that will actually happen. Even someone that you are even in the same religion, that that you're both Christian, there are some things that happen that you still wonder that, oh, does this person really serve God, or is this person really in the house of God? Does this person listen to the same sermon like I do? So not to even talk of bringing someone that is outside, someone that is off board, someone that is not in the same canopy into relationship and coming together with that person. Even the scripture says, do not be of equally yoked with unbelievers. So that is that. Imagine you dating someone that is a Christian, someone that believes in God, and the person is actually going through a lot of things, trying times and all that, and it's reflecting in your relationship. It's not even making this relationship, it's not making sense, and you feel like, oh, this burden is too much on this person, and you pray to God about it. You talk to God about it in prayer, and God drops, the way God will talk to this particular person is by dropping scriptures in his heart, like telling him, be still and know that I am God. All things work together for your good. All these things can happen, and at the end of the day, you see improvement and all that in the life of those person. So the one of the things is, God has a way of talking to his children. So if you date someone that is of God, if you date someone that is a believer, the way God, that even when things are not going through us the way you want it, you can easily talk to God about it, and God will minister to him. God will talk to that particular person, and things will be changed, things will be different. So imagine you dating someone that is not of the same belief as you are. According to the Christian religion, you should abstain from sex. How do you get to explain it when this person is asking you to pull off your pants to get down with you? How do you get to explain that? So that is that concerning that. All kinds of conflicting beliefs and all that. According to what happened to Peter in the New Testament, when God showed him all kind of animal and told him to stand up, kill and eat, and he said, oh, these things are unclean, and God said, I have made everything clean, and he stood up, killed and ate. But till now, people of different religions that still believe that, oh, there are some things that are still unclean, there are some things that you cannot eat, there are some things, and when we know as believers that all things are made clean, all things are uneat. So there are conflicting beliefs, and some religions still believe that, oh, a lady is unclean when she's on her period. You cannot touch her when you are praying, or she should not come near you when you're praying or something. So there are all kind of conflicting beliefs. Imagine you know, when you pray alone, there are parties, there are words that will be broken. But imagine two people coming together, you guys become stronger, you pray together. Imagine being in a relationship with a Christian, with a believer. You guys come together, you guys become strong armies, you guys pray, you break battles, you fight wars and all that. And eventually when you guys get married and you guys are of separate religions, the children will be confused. The mother is saying this, the father is saying this, there are different things coming, and children of the next generation should be built up spiritually, should be spiritually strong, because the trying times are becoming harder and harder, and the kind of children we are supposed to raise are children with that have solid foundation, that have deep knowledge about God and are rooted in Christ. So that is that when it comes to dating someone of different religions, though, that is not of the same belief as you are, that is not a Christian. This question was asked by, I think, Lola D some months back, and she was like, oh, how do you know if this person is man enough? How do you get to know if this person can do? So to know if your man can do the do, or is man enough, it's in the other room. This is one question most Christians don't like to talk about. Small questions most people don't have to talk about. But the first thing I would say is the traditional way of doing this actually is by sizing up. I actually believe by sizing up. You know, according to Christians, we try as much as possible not to do things that will make us fall, or not to do things that will make us end up regretting it. So one of the things you can actually do is by sizing up. Oh, you guys can maybe girls go to swimming pool, and when he's swimming actually and he's on tight pants, and you get to like see the O shape and all that. And even aside that, you guys can sleep over with friends and all that. And in the morning when he wakes up, it is normal for a guy to have erection in the morning when they wake up before they go urinate. So you can actually use that. But the vital one, the strongest of all, is communication. There is nothing that cannot be discussed. You guys should actually sit and just know how you just talk to him about it. You not just come on there and just say, Mr. Man, are you man enough? No, you can't do that. You look for ways and manners to actually talk to him about it. Oh, have you had sex before? Are you man enough? How does it feel like? Do you find woman attractive? This, that. And communication is the best way for, in a situation whereby you guys didn't really see yourself, you guys had like a distant relationship before marriage, you guys didn't have this long courtship time and all that. The best thing you can actually do is communicate. You talk to me about it. Do not be scared to ask any question. Make sure you talk to me about it and you are convinced with your answer, like, okay, this guy is actually saying the truth, this guy is actually telling me what it is. And just ask questions. That is just basically communicate with him, talk to him about it, like just try to know everything you need to know by communicating to him about it. It will actually go a long way to actually. So the next question was asked by Tosin, and she said, let me read it out for you. Can I still have feelings for my ex? I think Tosin asked like maybe 6 questions, because I kept asking questions and she kept asking me questions. So the first one is, can I still have feelings for my ex? Yes, you can. If you don't break up properly, if you feel, oh, am I the cause of this breakup, or oh, is the breakup from me, or yes, you can still have feelings for him if you didn't go through the normal breakup process. If you feel maybe the guy just called you one day and, hello, I want to cut this relationship, I'm no longer interested. Yes, you'll be in shock and still be like, okay, this guy is still coming back someday. Is it joking? Is it so? One thing you need to try as much as possible when you're going through breakup is, for people, I'm not talking about her right now, for people is try to make the breakup proper. Try to like just finish everything, just make sure everything dies down. And for you, Tosin, what I'll actually say is, you just have to like, there's something I want you to have in mind. A broken relationship is better, way better than a broken marriage. You should be thankful to God that the relationship is broken, because it is not a broken marriage. This guy no longer finds you attractive. This guy no longer sees you as the woman he wants to build his empire with. This guy no longer sees you as the woman who he should see you as. So he is letting go, because maybe a lady is in the next corner, or is seeing another lady or something. So do not push further. Do not even push further, because if a guy should just break up with you for no reason, for a reason that doesn't make sense, do not push further, because he is no longer seeing that value he used to see in you anymore. So that is what I would just say about that breakup thing. So you're worth more than that. You just have to just let it go, rebuild your life, change your routine. If there are things that reminds you of him, change it, delete pictures, let it go. Do not go back to your phone and start staring at these pictures, start thinking of the memories. Try as much as possible not to. Just delete the memories you have of him. I know it is hard. I know it's really, really hard to let go, to go through heartbreaks and all. Try as much as possible that you don't get involved, you don't go back to pictures or start thinking about memories and all that, and just hang out, listen to music, pray to God about it, let it go, read scriptures, watch inspirational movies, while away your time, read books and all, and you'll be fine. Like, you'll be definitely fine. And just make things happen. Before you do it, you get into a relationship yourself, or you just forget about him and all. And the next question she asked us, can a lady like a guy that is 3 to 4 years younger than her? And I reply saying, it depends on the lady. It depends on the lady herself. Is there a future in the relationship? Then she replies saying, does the relationship depend on the lady? And how do you know if there's a future in the relationship? Yes. Relationship depends. In that kind of situation whereby the lady is 4 to 3 years older than the guy, the relationship depends on her. Because it depends on her, because is she ready to bring herself down, to submit herself to him? Because he is the head. Is she ready to when he tries to be a man, or when he's being a man, is she ready to let it go? Will she look at him like, will he just shut up there or something? If he talk to her, is she going to let him in? Can she let him take control? Can she let him talk to her children? Imagine getting married to someone that is 3 or 4 years younger than you, and your child does something wrong, and the man talks to the child as his children, like, just stop that and do this and do that, and he shouts. can you take it in as a lady and just be like, will you just keep, won't you just be like, will you just keep quiet there? Are you talking to your mates? So there are things that will actually happen. As a lady, is she ready to let go of her pride? Because men has ego, like that ego is there. I think African man, for that matter, they want this, they want to be man in some in different situations. They want to be man. Which, is she ready to let him to be a man? So that is why I said it depends on the lady. Then the next question is, how do you know if there's a future in a relationship? It is very simple. You need to ask, is there future in this relationship? Where are we heading to? What is your plan in the next 2 to 3 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 3 years? And if a guy has you in his plan, you definitely say he's going to really definitely talk about it. I'm not talking about just talking about it with just mouth, like, I will buy you this, I will take you this. No, there are ways he planned himself. There are things he see himself doing, and you actually involved in the plan and in the process. So that is that. The next question: what age is this lady we're talking about? And she says she's 26. So a 26 years old lady dating a 23 years old guy or a 22 years old guy is a lot. The lady is of a marriageable age, which the guy is not of a marriageable age. And she replied saying, what if she's not ready to get married? And I'm like, even if she's not ready to get married, she is of a marriageable age. A 22 years old guy or a 23 years old guy isn't of a marriageable age, because he's just setting his life. I'm very sure maybe the guy is even still in university, or maybe if his education is fast, just out of university. That age, a lady of that age should look at dating a man of her age or older guys, because those ones too are marriageable age. The reason why I'm talking about marriageable age, because I'm not saying the moment she gets to 26 or the moment she starts dating at 26 she's going to get married. No, she can end up getting married. She can date a guy and get married in the next 2 years or 3 years, but she herself, she's preparing herself for marriage. There's a view of marriage in mind. One of the reasons why I'm talking about this marriageable age is because this menopause age is really getting closer, because of the food we eat and all that. A lot of things are changing, and people are reaching their menopause at age 35, age 40 at this age. So are you telling me a lady that is of 26 that is not ready to get married, dating a guy of 22, maybe thinking of his life or trying to balance this up in the next 8 years? In the next 8 years, how old will she be? She'll be close, if I'm right, she'll be close to 34. Is that the age she just wants to start getting married and start having children? What if she gets to menopause even before then and all that? So a lady should try as much as possible to get things sorted out, to know the kind of, okay, this is the kind of relationship I want to enter. This person I want to enter a relationship with is serious. There are things, his life is just trying to get his life together, or and they are the ones that are still just going around and just having fun, and at the end of the day there's nothing to show for the relationship. So why waste time on something that is not worth that is not going to bring positive result? Why waste time, why waste energy on things that is not going to bring positive results? Then the next question she asks is, a long-time friend messaged me on Facebook, which we have not spoken for years, and wants a relationship with me, but I'm scared because of my past experience. So the first thing I'm going to say is, your past experience is in the past. You let your past experience come to your present if you bring the fear of the past experience into it. What the fear should actually do is to give you knowledge. Oh, the things that I've done wrong in that relationship, I'm not going to repeat it now. The things that guy did for me then that I let go or not discuss with him about, I'm not going to make the same mistake here. When I see the same issue, I'm going to discuss it in my next relationship. When I see the same mistakes, I'm going to know how to treat it with understanding in this present relationship. And what I would say now is, do not push it. You guys have not been in contact for a very long time. This person, you don't even know. People change over time. Just try as much as possible to be close friends with him. Do not go into relationship immediately. Try as much as possible, get to know him better, get to know the things that have changed in his life. Do a lot of follow-up about him, things that has changed. Try to just know things that he's involved in presently and all that, and you'll be a good person. So the next question is from Grace, and she says, "How do I keep a relationship?" In keeping a relationship is communication. Try as much as possible to communicate well in your relationship. Try as much as possible to know, oh, these are the things. Try as much as possible when things happen. Try as much as possible to discuss it in a pleasant way, in a with better manners. Discuss the well. Talk to him about it. Talk to him about it when situations like that happen, or things that happen that you don't like. And another thing you can actually do when it comes to keeping a relationship is understanding. You try to understand the things this person like, or the manner this person like to be talked to. I think for all men, when situations happen, when they do something really bad, they don't like to be confronted at that point, at that moment. You just give it time. Maybe like just let them be calm till they are calm. Once they are calm, you just talk to them about it. Oh, what you did at this particular point isn't right. What you did at this particular point, and be polite about it. Do not go there with harsh voice. We ladies sometimes when they do things that we don't like, that some things are when we want to express ourselves, we just open our mouth, and before we know it just start coming up from our mouth, and we just start saying words that we end up regretting. So be mindful and be careful of the kind of way you talk to them about it. So when they are calm, just try as much as possible to talk to them about it, and make sure you discuss things that you don't like in a relationship. Do not just overlook it that, oh, I will let it go, then it keeps piling up and piling up and piling up. The best way you can do with situations is just talk about that particular situation. Talk about it. Talk about things you don't like. Talk about things that you see that are threatening to your relationship. Other thing is, try as much as possible to do fun activities. Go out according to your pockets. If you know the kind of income your guy is earning, and you know that, oh, these are the things you can afford, these are the things you can do not start thinking of road cruise or something that are way too much than him that will actually kill him. Or you can actually plan towards it. You can actually plan towards going out and all that. Then just go out, have fun, have routines that you guys do together, things you guys do together. You guys talk about things, watch movies, go out, visit friends and all that together. And just your relationship is, and just pray to God about it. God is the main factor, and follow what God wants you to do. Go do the standard of God relationship in God's standard, build God's standard in your relationship, and God will definitely guide you guys and see you guys to marriage. Then the next question is from Anita. How do I get a boyfriend? So this question is tough. Like, is one question most ladies are actually looking forward to me answering on this platform. How do you get a boyfriend? Well, one thing you need to ask yourself is, as I am, if I see myself as a lady, will I ask myself out? Can I date myself? Because some of us we want guys with better profiles, guys that are doing well, guys that are really okay, and we are not of that standard. We are not of that kind of standard that we want. One thing you need to do first is work on yourself, work on your appearance, work on your personality, work on the things you do. Be attractive, and being attractive is not only by the look. Be attractive. Let everything about you attract. Be closer to God. That's one thing. Be closer to God, because when you pray about it, God will actually guide you into entering the right direction, getting the better boyfriend. And one thing you need to do is be really, really attractive, look good, smell nice, and all, and build your personality. Read books, get a degree, just improve yourself, just keep learning, which will actually help you. And just have interesting personalities and all that. These are things that actually attracts men, like just attract men towards ladies and all that. And change the places you go to and all that, and just try to meet new people. Try as much as possible that this is your new routine. You get to meet people, you get to go out, you visit places, you go you are with friends, make new friends, change the kind of friends you have. I'm not saying you should just let them go or just leave them and all that. Just try to meet new people, try to make new friends, and just be open-minded, just be yourself, get closer to God, meet new people, talk to people, dress well, look good, smell nice, and bam bam bam. So these are all the questions I have that I got from social media, and I think it's just one question someone asked me personally. That is the question of, can a man do the do and all that. So hey guys, I hope I answered all your questions. Yes, I hope I have. So that is that for relationship questions. If you have more questions, if you have questions about relationship you want me to talk about, kindly drop it in the comment section. So I'm not taking questions again from social media, I'm taking questions from the comment sections. Kindly drop questions in the comment section and we'll talk about it, guys. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please, this time around, hit the subscribe. If you are an old subscriber, please kindly hit the bell in the subscription button, like hit that bell so you get notified when new videos drop and all. So for new subscribers, kindly if you are watching this video for the first time, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell. Bye guys.